Toy Story, Mixed Signals. The toys were buzzing with excitement. Bonnie was going to the park with Woody the cowboy, Jessie the cowgirl, and Dolly. The other toy pals were looking forward to a day of play in Bonnie's room. Only Jessie was worried. "Keep an eye on Buzz," she whispered to her friends. "He's been acting funny. I think he may have a loose wire." "No problemo," Ham the piggy bank said. Moments later, Bonnie ran in and grabbed her backpack. "This is going to be so much fun," she cried. "Buzz, you're in charge now. Keep things under control, okay?" As soon as the coast was clear, the peas in a pod began bouncing on their shelf. "Let's play," they shouted. "Wait," called Buzz, standing up. "This looks dangerous." "What did you say, Buzz?" Slinky Dog asked. Then suddenly he slipped and plunged over the edge of his shelf. Squeak, squeak, plunk, plunk. An avalanche of aliens and peas tumbled down on top of Buzz. Buzz stood up again and looked around. "Donde está mi nave?" he asked. "Great," Mr. Potato Head groaned. "The return of Senor Space Nut." "Yep, he's definitely switched into Spanish mode," Ham agreed. "Rex, see if you can find any loose wires in Buzz's back panel," Ham said to the toy dinosaur. But just as Rex reached for Buzz, the Space Ranger ran off. "Catch him!" Ham shouted to the other toys. Buzz grabbed a curtain from the dollhouse and held it up like a bullfighter's cape. "Buzz, hold on," Slinky Dog said calmly. "You're not yourself." "I better grab that curtain before you hit somebody in the noggin," Ham said as he ran up to tackle his friend. But Buzz stepped aside, snapping the red cloth, and Ham began to slide. "Olé!" Trixie cried. Crash! Ham slid into the bookshelf. A single book teetered and finally fell on top of Buzz. The room went silent. Was he broken? For a moment, nothing moved. Then suddenly, a white hand reached around the book's cover, and Buzz pushed the book away. "Buzz, are you okay?" Rex cried. "Buzz, are you okay?" Buzz replied. "Hey!" Rex turned to Ham. "That's what I said!" Buzz blinked. "Hey! That's what I said!" "He must have gotten knocked into repeat mode," Ham whispered to Buttercup the unicorn. Buttercup trotted over to Buzz. "Buttercup, you are the coolest unicorn ever," she said, grinning. "Buttercup, you are the coolest unicorn ever," Buzz instantly repeated. "I'm not listening to this," Mr. Potato Head said, yanking out his ears. "What do we do?" Rex cried. Jessie had asked them to take care of Buzz. Now he was worse off than when she left. "We're gonna have to fix him before Bonnie and Jessie get home," Ham said. "Maybe we could try bouncing him on the bed to realign his wires." The toys hauled Buzz onto the bed. "Jump!" Ham said. Rex jumped as high as he could and then landed. Boing! The next thing the toys knew, Buzz was flying off the bed. The toys climbed down to find Buzz motionless on the floor. They tickled him. They yelled at him, but it was no use. He wouldn't move. Suddenly, they heard a car pull into the driveway. "They're home!" Mr. Pricklepants yelled. "Hurry! We've got to fix Buzz," Ham said. Rex undid his back panel and stared at the wires. "Which one?" he asked. Blue, then red," said Ham. "No, red, then black," Mr. Potato Head cried. There was a noise outside the door. The toys went limp. Bonnie's mother walked in with Bonnie's backpack and took a look around. "Bonnie, please come clean up this messy room," she called as she walked back out. "Buzz, are you okay?" Jessie asked as she jumped out of Bonnie's backpack with Woody and Dolly. "Oh, he's fine," Trixie said. She propped Buzz up into a sitting position, but he fell over with a thunk. "It's not my fault," Rex wailed. "There are too many wires." Jessie shook her head. Then she whacked Buzz on the back. Buzz blinked and looked at his wide-eyed friends. "Do I have something on my face?" he asked. The other toys sighed with relief. Buzz was back to his old self. "All right, everyone," Woody cried. "Now let's fix this room up before Bonnie comes back." Minutes later, Bonnie walked into her room. "Mom sure is picky," she said. Everything was perfectly tidy, just as she'd left it. She picked up Buzz and smiled. "Thanks for looking after things so well, Buzz." The end.